are mine. Grace abounds in deepest waters. Your sovereign hand be my guide. Feeding faith surrounds me. Never fail, and you won't stop now. So I will call upon your name. Keep my eyes above the waves. Oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you are mine. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made stronger in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander, and my faith will be made strong in the presence of my Savior. Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk upon the waters wherever you call me. Take me deeper than my My soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours, and you are mine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. How y'all doing? If you guys can hear me, put next level in the chat box. If you can hear me, put next level in the chat box. Ooh, got Danielle. Good morning, Danielle. The Essence. What's up? Let's get on here. Man. I'm so excited for this call today. So excited for this call today, y'all. This is probably gonna be like, I'm not even joking, probably like the best next level call. I text all my leaders last night, like, you don't want to miss this call. It's probably gonna be the best next level call I ever did, you know. And I'm excited, but I'm like kind of nervous at the same time. You guys will figure out later why I'm kind of nervous. But if this is your first time on my next level call, I want to tell you what these are. Usually these next level calls are for my leaders within my Forex organization. And basically it happens, you know, not every single Saturday, but I'll notify them that I want to do a call with them. It's usually on Saturday. It's usually 8 a.m. I love when people get up at 8 a.m. for themselves. It's just something about getting up. It's something about starting your day out on a right note. And it's something about me being able to speak to them before they go out throughout the day. So if you're on this next level call, it's your first time, you're not in Forex, or, you know, you're not even in my direct organization, welcome to the next level call. And the reason why I opened it up was because, you know, I mentor people outside of my Forex organization, and I wanted them on this call today. And then I was thinking to myself, well, actually, I wasn't thinking to myself, you know, God was kind of like dropped it in my spirit. Like, you know, you should invite, you know, these people, right? And then if you know anything about God, you know, he usually gives you a little piece, and then he just gives you the wham. Like, actually, you should open it up to everybody. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, you're asking for a lot now, but I did it. Good morning. And so I want to welcome you to the next level call. What I'm going to be talking about today, and what I really talk about on every next level call, is things that I implemented in my life outside of business, outside of trading, but I know were a direct result as to why I'm successful in business, why I'm successful in trading, and just successful as a leader. I don't talk about practical things. I don't talk about do this, do that on this call. Majority of it is mindset. Majority of it is spiritual. Majority of it is emotional, because that's just how I got to the next level. I literally implemented certain things into my thinking. I implemented certain things into my habits, into my spirituality, that allowed me to go to the next level. So I'm not one of those mentors where, you know, I just give you the do's and don'ts. I'm a realist. You know, I want to tell you what it really takes. I want to tell you what you really need to do. And this call is very special. Like, it's very rare, okay? And but I'm excited at the same exact time, because I know that somebody on this call is going to hear something, and it's going to really take them to the next level. You know, it's going to be a shift. That's my whole goal, is to get at you Saturday morning, 8 a.m. and I want to shift something big. And I know for a fact that this call will do that. So I like to jump right into it. Good morning, 8 a.m. Shout out to you for getting up this morning, choosing yourself. That's the best decision you could have made. And we just gonna hop right into it. All right. So if you're not taking notes, take notes. I don't even tell my leaders don't take notes. Like, no, take them. You definitely want to take notes on this call, because you're gonna forget. You're gonna forget. And yeah, you could come back. I'm not locking the call, Chris. I'm not locking the call. I know Ted's got y'all messed up. I don't. I'm not gonna lock the call. So you can definitely hop off and hop back on. Okay. All right. So let's hop right into it. First thing we're going to talk about today is go into the dark. All right. So we're going to talk about 3 different things. I usually split it up into 3. The first thing we're going to talk about is go into the dark. Everybody type in the chat box, go into the dark. Go into the dark. Go into the dark.
I'll start talking when somebody types it. Perfect. Go into the dark. So last weekend, right? Tez, if you guys don't know who Tez is, that's my boyfriend. He decides to take me to this, I don't even know, right? So basically we had an event, his godfather's shop. He owns a suit shop. And Tez like kind of gets us dropped off at this place. We in the car for about like 45 minutes on the low, you know? And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know where we're going, you know, but I'm just kind of along for the ride. And our friend, he drops us off like at this, it's just dark, right? So he drops us off at this like dark place, right? And I see people lining up. It's kind of like I don't even know. I don't even know how to explain it. But it's tons of people outside, but it's just dark and I don't know where they're going, right? It's like a little trail and they're going. And, you know, we get out the car and, well, Tess tells me, like, you know, put on your coat. You know, it's going to be cold. So I'm like, okay, cool. You know, but it's still not clicking with me exactly what we're doing. And so we get out the car. We get out of our friend's car. And I'm looking around and I'm looking at Tess like, where are we at? You know, what are we doing here? Like, so confused. And he's like, come on, you know, just acting excited. But he's acting excited as if he's told me what we're doing, you know, and I'm still looking at the car, you know, and Tez asked a person, like, you know, where do we go to redeem our tickets and stuff? So I'm like, tickets? When did we get tickets to this? You know, I don't remember buying tickets to none of this. And so we're walking to these people. They have like a little ticket booth kind of set up, right? So we're walking there and I'm looking at Tez crazy. Okay, so you guys don't know me, or maybe you do, but like I'm very terrified of like simple things like darkness. I don't go see scary movies. I can't even listen to like scary stuff, like scary commercials on Pandora. Like if I hear a scary commercial, I will turn my whole Pandora app off. Like I do not do scary. I don't do haunted. I don't do nothing like that. So I'm really looking at, and Tess knows this. So I'm really looking at him crazy, right? And so we're standing for the tickets, and the ladies at the ticket box. I'm also one of those people, like, you can see on my face if I don't like something, okay? You're gonna know immediately. And the ladies on at the ticket place, they're like, she does not, she looks very scared, right? Like she looks like she doesn't know what's going on. And Ted's like, yeah, she doesn't know, you know, but she's gonna have the best night of her life. Like she's gonna love it. So now I'm really looking at him crazy. Like, I don't know how much I'm gonna love because I already don't like 90% of what's going on. Okay. So the ladies tell us to go walk towards like a pink light or like a blue light or something, right? So now I'm just really getting annoyed. At this point, I'm kind of like, Tess, what is this? You know, like, just tell me what it is because I'm gonna let you know if I'm gonna stay or not. You know, like, so just tell me what's going on. And mind you, like, people are screaming, and then I hear like explosions of some sort. So now I'm really just like, you know what? Like, I don't know what you got up your sleeve, but you know, I'm good. I'm good on it. And if you guys follow us on Instagram, we like kind of documented this whole thing. It was kind of like, you know, I was on my story like, look, if y'all don't hear from me in an hour, call Tez. Something happened. I don't know what's going on here. You know, and I'm making a joke, but I'm being dead serious. Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't even know where I am. I just moved to Georgia. I don't even know, like, what's going on here. And Tez basically makes a post like, you know, kidnapped Taylor tonight. She's scared. She said somebody call her in an hour. You know, please don't call her though. You know, it's gonna be a great experience. You know, she's gonna really love everything, right? So, long story short, it was an amazing experience. You kind of have to experiment. You have to experience it. You know, I really can't. You know, just I don't want to tell you all the details because you might go see it, and it's an amazing thing. It was an amazing spiritual journey. I'll say that. But after it, I was processing everything that kind of happened. And, you know, I'm processing it spiritually. And then I'm also processing it, you know, like, Lord, what did you really want me to get from this? You know, what did you really want me to think about? Now, a lot of us, you're on this call because you're an entrepreneur. You started a business, you know, or you want to start a business, you know, or you just want to go to the next level in your life. And the topic that I'm going to speak from first is going into the dark. Because for a lot of us, including me, you're going someplace you've never been. You know, you've never been at six figures. You've never been financially free. You don't even know. Like, I realized the other day, I was talking to somebody, I don't even know what it feels like to not think about money. I don't even know what that feels like. You know, so you're going someplace you've never been to, right? You're going to some place where you got questions, you know, you ain't never been. And it's dark. The people ain't answering your questions. Life ain't answering your questions, right? And it's dark. You're uneasy. You're uncertain. You're probably scared because you've never been there. In the journey of entrepreneurship, it gets scary. It gets lonely. It gets doubt. You start to doubt because you're thinking to yourself, I've never been to this place, but I'm following people who have been. They tell me I'm going to love it, you know? Like, the only thing that Tez told me that night was, you're going to love it. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't love it right now. So I don't know how I'm going to love it later, okay? But all you have, the only thing that you have, the only answer you have is that you're going to love it. The only answer that you have is this feels great. So I'm looking around there, you guys, and I see all these people happy. Nobody's really upset except me. And to be honest, I'm the type of person, I'm okay with that. You know, I'm kind of okay with that. Nobody's upset except me. And you're surrounded by people who tell you, keep sticking it through. Keep going to the meetings. Keep studying. You know, keep at it. Keep going, right? And you don't have any proof other than what they told you. You really don't. And you can see it happen in their life. You can see them happy. You can see them free. But you don't know what that feels like. Like, I was talking to my brother-in-law the other day, and I'm like, man, this really is crazy. Like, everything that we're doing is really faith. Because, bro, like, I know we call ourselves chairman. I know we call ourselves 6 and 7 figure earners, but we really don't know what that feels like. We can imagine, you know, we can believe, but we really don't know what it feels like because we've never done it. You know, if you've never done anything, you don't know what it feels like. You can imagine you have these ideas, but you don't know what it feels like. It's dark. You know, you don't have a definite. And I was like, really? The only strength that we have is what other people have told us. That's it. That's really the only strength, you know, that we have. And when I'm sitting there with Tibbs, we align, right? So before you go in, it's like a line, but we're basically like, there's this big old truck. You can't see anything. I don't even know where we're going. I don't know what's popping behind there. I hear stuff, and that's scary too, but I don't see anything. Like, I don't see anything, like, at all. And when we waited there, I'm looking at Tez, and I'm telling him, I'm leaving. Okay? I'm out of here. As soon as you walk, I'm not walking with you, you know? So as soon as you walk, I'm out of here. I'm out. It's not for me. This ain't it. Can you just tell me about it? You know, and he is like not budging. Like, no, I'm not telling you nothing. Like, you know, and then at one point he's like, all right, go ahead, leave. He like moves out the way, like, go ahead, leave. And I'm looking like, no, I ain't gonna leave. You said I was gonna love it. Like, okay, like, I want to leave, but I'm not. Which is like another thing I want to tell you. And going into the dark. And every step that we took in the line, I'm telling Tez, I don't want to be here. He recorded it on his Instagram. I'm like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. I just kept on saying it. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. You guys, in your journey of success, in your journey of entrepreneurship, in your journey of just anything, you're not going to want to be there sometimes. It's going to be scary. You ain't never been there. You got a coach or a mentor or accountability partner. All they telling you is that you're going to love it. All they telling you is that they've been there. All you got to do is this, and it's going to be amazing. But it looks scary. It looks like something you've never even been. You've never even seen it. So you got to go into the dark on this one, right? You got to go into the dark. You just got to trust yourself, trust the person that brought you, and you really just got to do it. So what am I saying to you? I'm telling you that even if you have to cry every step of the way, keep taking that step. God reminded me that even though I'm telling Tez every step of the way, like a little brat, I don't want to be here, I don't want to be here, I was still taking the steps forward with him. And finally we got to a point where you can't go back no more. I'm literally looking at him like, I'm still telling him, I'm not going in there. I know what you're thinking. I know it looks like I'm going up in there, but I ain't. Okay, I just want to let you know. So if you have to do it uneasy, if you have to do it uncertain, if you have to do it scared, do it. Go into the dark. Go into the dark. Okay? So that's the first thing I want to tell you guys. Go into the dark. It's someplace you ain't never been before. It's going to make you so uncomfortable. But it's a part of the journey to success. It's a part of the journey to, man, something bigger and something so much deeper than just like worldly success. What I got out of that night, I really did need that. And I'm thinking the reason what kept me keep on stepping forward is because, man, what if I really do love it? You know? But it doesn't look like anything I'm used to. It don't look like I would love it. But what if I do? You know? And Ted's done planned something. And look, I trust him. He done planned something. So I'm going to just do it. All right? So that's the first thing. Go into the dark. Go into the dark. I know you don't know what it looks like. I know you don't got no answers to your questions, but go anyway. Second thing is go into the deep. Everybody type go into the deep in the chat box. Go into the deep. Go into the deep. This is the second thing that success is going to require from you. Success is going to require that you go into the deep. Okay, so when God dropped this in my spirit, I was like, Lord, like, is there any other way I could get this message across to them? I'm not going to lie. I'm struggling here, but I really asked him, like, is there any other way we could get to the going to the deep? And, you know, he kind of pressed upon my heart, like, no, there really is no other way. So stick with me here. But this is something that is absolutely required. Okay. And before I go into that, I want to read you something. It's Matthew 14:22. It's basically when Jesus walks on water. And I wanna read this to you guys. And it says immediately, or actually let me skip down. Here it is. Shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. When the disciples saw him walking on the lake, they were terrified. It's a ghost, they said. But Jesus immediately said to them, take courage, it is I, don't be afraid. Lord, if it's you, Peter replied, tell me to come to you on the water. Come, he said. Then Peter got down out of the boat, walked on the water, and came towards Jesus. But when he saw the wind, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, cried out, Lord, save me. Immediately Jesus reached out his hand and caught him. You of little faith, he said, why did you doubt? And then he climbed into the boat. The wind died down. Then those who were on the boat worshipped him, saying, truly, you are the Son of God. The song I played for you guys was called Oceans. It's probably one of the most famous songs, like when it first came out. And the second tagline on the title of Oceans, it says, oceans where feet may fail. Right? That's the full title of the song. And basically in the song, it's saying, you know, God, like, let me go to a space I've never been. Let me have faith and trust in you to where I don't have any borders. I have no limits. So I can be just like you. And when I thought of this, going into the deep, right? Because when Peter walked out on water, he was with other people, and it was available to everybody. Success is available to everybody. 6 and 7 figures is available to everybody. Peter was the only one that actually took the step out of the boat, right? Now, I actually I was talking to Law, he's another leader, and we were on the phone. And this is where we actually start speaking about it in our conversations, because we were saying, like, you know, sometimes success, it causes you to go into the deep, you know, like, okay, going to the level 1 through 4, that might not stretch you, you know, whatever the case may be. You know, in our business, platinum, you can go all the way to platinum 1000. You really don't have to go through anything too deep. You know, but when you want to go to the 6 and 7 figures, you might go through some deep areas of your life, right? And in those deep areas of your life, what success requires of you sometimes makes you drown. Sometimes you might drown. But to do something that you've never done, to do something supernatural, to do something that your family has never seen, sometimes you have to go into the deep, right? So just life problems sometimes cause you to be into the deep, and it'll cause you to feel like you're drowning. It will cause you to feel like you're drowning. And just because you're doing something different, just because you're doing something outside of how you were wired, outside of how you think, you may feel like you're drowning. See, Peter was walking at first, and then he doubted, and then that's when he started to drown, so to speak, right? And what I want to encourage you guys to do is going into the deep, there are going to be moments when you drown. And I want to be really transparent with you guys right now. Okay? Give me one sec. Let me see. Perfect. So if you were on my social media call this week, I kind of did this a little bit. And I was like, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Oops. But remember, I'm talking about right now, we're talking about going into the deep. Okay? We're still talking about going into the deep. Success is going to require you to go into the deep. So I have an Instagram, obviously. But on Instagram, I have like pictures from a really long time ago. I never delete them. You know, I archive some posts, but I never delete these because each and every one of these pictures signifies a moment in my life. And it's funny because sometimes I want to delete them because they're actually really negative moments. They're actually really like not happy moments. However, I know that success is going to require me to go into the deep sometimes. And I never want it. Honestly, it keeps me humble. This is why I keep them. You know, one, it keeps me humble. And then two, I can always be reminded of my journey. Now, I know most of you guys probably already follow me on Instagram. And so you're probably thinking like, Taylor, I don't see anything negative about anything that you post, right? But that's why I want to show it to you guys. And I want to tell you, you know, really quickly, the moments where I had to go into the deep, you know. Now, these pictures right here, these were all in 2013. I had an Instagram before then. I deleted all the posts and I basically started over. I did a social media fast. Reason I did a social media fast is because I was going through like a really deep depression at this time. And I came back to Instagram, and this was me coming back to Instagram. And I was kind of going through what you would call like an eating disorder. You know, my parents were kind of like, you know, Taylor, do you need to go to counseling? They wanted to put me in a program, you know, going through an eating disorder. And I came back to Instagram as a new person, I guess you could say, right? This one right here, I made this post. I was really depressed. I was in college. This is my first year away from my family in California. I'm depressed. But my post is, everything that I see tells me not to believe, but I'll trust you, Lord. You have never failed me. Guys, I'm drowning. These are the posts where I'm drowning. So I go to a WinShape camp, and I'm thinking that the camp is going to help me because I'm going through a really dark time in my life. Just emotionally, I'm away from my family at this point. This picture, I took this picture. I had an anxiety attack in class. It was the first of like many anxiety attacks. Going into the deep, I'm drowning. Still in school, I start my first business. I'm still dealing with, you know, depression, sort of, you know. I did this photo shoot just to feel good about myself. honestly. Just did this photo shoot to feel good about myself. I had my best friend take pictures of me. I bought this like little sexy dress because I just wanted to feel good about myself. We did a photo shoot in my living room. Drowning. Right here is my senior year. I don't know how I'm gonna pay to graduate. Honestly, failing my graphic design classes, and that was my major. And look at my caption. I got some nerve. I talked about I survived dead week. One more semester to go. I'm talking about, graduation. I'm drowning. Drowning. Right here is my senior art show. This day I found out I got cheated on by the boyfriend I was with. Cried right after, like bawled right after this art show. Drowning. Drowning. Senior year. This picture right here, found out I got cheated on again. So mind you guys, I'm doing this, like, I'm not doing this consciously. I'm not making, like, but I could literally go through my pictures like, Taylor, what are you doing? Like, you really be on Instagram. But I'm getting to a point here, okay? Drowning. Still going through just a hard time in my life in general. And right here, my grandma passes away, one of the most important people in my life. And this is really, I'm doing better with anxiety and depression at this time, but this kind of kicks it back into gear, and in an unexpected way. So once again, you guys, drowning. Now, mind you, if you look through my pictures, you're like, I don't see the drowning, Taylor. I know you don't, but that's what I'm telling you. These are drowning. I'm drowning. And from this picture right here, it says forever. Sorry, my ears are popping. It says forever my favorite filter. From this picture all the way to this picture. So that's all these rows right here. Every single row from this picture to this picture. I'm in a physically abusive relationship, right? This picture right here is 2 days for my birthday. I actually have a bruise on my face in this picture. You just can't see it. It's like right in my chin. I have makeup on. Drowning. Drowning. I'm going on vacations, traveling. I start getting a little bit more confident in business, but I'm drowning. Right around here, I do start to love myself a little bit more. There's a little bit of a transition, but I'm going through my deep period where I'm thinking to myself, I think I'm like really going crazy, And I'm thinking to myself, I've been drowning for a very long time, I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'm just meant to stay in the deep. Maybe I'm just meant to continue drowning. Maybe that's what I'm just meant to do. Where's the picture at? It is right. Hold on, where is it? Right here. This picture right here, you guys. I took this the day after. At this point, I thought I was gonna die. Like I thought he was gonna kill me. Traumatic drowning. Very traumatic experience. I'm in a car and this person is threatening to kill me. Crash the car and has a gun. Drowning. Check this out. Dear Miss Lady on the left, no one knew, but you cry almost every day. Little did you guys know I was still crying every day. You were confused, discouraged, looking for God, but you kept going every single day. This is why I want you to go into the deep. And this is why I want you to go into the dark. You kept going every single day. You kept working on yourself. You ignored the people that talked down on you and ran after God with all that you had left, which wasn't much at all. There would be no woman on the right without all the work you did, the tears you cried, and the strength you gained. Thank you. Today, I want you guys to hit the like button for the woman on the left. Drowning. Then I went to this phase. I started doing my hair all different kinds of ways. I started doing my makeup all different kinds of ways. And mind you guys, I'm in business. I'm leading people. I'm in business. I'm leading people. This picture right here, this is the day where I basically decided I'm never doing this again. You know, I ended that relationship because I was in another situation basically where I almost died again. And it got really real to me. Like, Taylor, you could die. What if this was the last picture you ever posted? Right? And it was like all over a phone charger. And I'm thinking to myself, Taylor, your life is worth so much more than a phone charger. Right? Worth so much more. And this Taylor, though, at this picture is still sad, still discouraged, even more so. But this Taylor in this picture made the decision that, you know what, this is my deep, this is my drowning, but I refuse to drown anymore, right? Peter, when he fell into the water, he cried out, he said, Lord, save me. Lord, save me. And Jesus reached down, and he gave his hand, and he got Peter up. In this picture, it was like, Lord, save me. Lord, save me. But let me tell you guys why I'm not ashamed. And even though I'm like kind of getting a little bit emotional, so worth it. And I'm so excited to tell y'all this next part, right? So I'm drowning. This is drowning. But it's at this drowning moment that I make the decision that I'm done drowning. It's at this moment right here that I said, my life is worth so much more. I'm going to be somebody so amazing. You know, I do have worth, even though I don't feel it right now, even though I've been drowning for some time. This picture right here is where everything changed. Everything. Dear soul, I'm still learning about what you love. I'm going to give you more of that, I promise. Nobody knows anything at this point. I don't even think my parents know. My parents don't even know in this picture. But I made the decision that I'm done drowning. I made the decision that this deep, this dark, I'm not staying in the deep and the dark forever. I'm making the choice now that I don't care what I look like in any of these pictures. I was in a car accident on this picture. I don't care about any of this stuff. I don't care about it. Everything I do from this day forward, everything I post from this day forward, the person that I am from this day forward, we're not in the dark. We're not in the deep no more. This picture, you guys, it's funny. It's not funny, but actually this is the first time I hung out with Tez this day. This the first time I hung out with Tez. And that brings me to, you know, my next point. Let me stop this. This is the last one. Go into what you deserve and go into your destiny. So go into the dark, go into the deep, and then go into what you deserve and go into your destiny. Everybody type destiny in the chat box. Type destiny, because that's what we're going to talk about next. Going into your destiny. You know what? The reason why I made that decision, y'all, is because I didn't go through all this deep. I didn't go through all this dark for nothing. I didn't do that for nothing. How pointless is that? I believe in God. You believe in, whoever you say, but I believe in God. I refuse to believe that God put me through that much deep and that much dark without having a purpose for it. When I left my last relationship, I told God, I said, you got to make sense of this. You ever had a prayer where you just like, look, God, look, you got to make some sense of this because this looks crazy. Guys, I was going to marry this person. I was engaged. I was going to marry this person. I was going to spend the rest of my life in physical abuse. I was going to spend the rest of my life being abused. You know what's crazy? This person introduced me to Forex. I was at conventions with bruises. Yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm not going to stay drowning. I'm not going to stay in the dark. I'm not going to stay in the deep. I'm not going to stay here. I refuse to believe that God drown me to keep me drowning. There has to be destiny in this. There has to be purpose in this. There has to be a reason for this. So that's the picture that I showed you guys last. That was the day I hung out with Tez, right? Now, mind you, I know Tez is interested in me. And honestly, I had blew him off the day before. Like, I was just like, Mind you, you know what I'm coming from. So I'm like, And you trade Forex? I'm good. So I kind of blew him off the first day. But I had a friend that literally was like, Taylor, look, at the end of the day, he don't even live here. And worst comes to worst, your life stays exactly the same. So I'm like, okay, let's see. So what Tez asked me, this is where I want to talk about go into what you deserve and go into your destiny. I'm going to ask you guys a question. This is what Tez asked me, and this changed my life. This question changed my life. Like when I tell people, Tez literally changed my life. I'm not joking. Tez, not just because he's my boyfriend, Tez literally changed my life. And this is the question. We're talking about going into what you deserve, going into your destiny. This is the question. The reason why Tez was in LA was because he was at a Bob Proctor event. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, he basically has created the most millionaires, out of any success teacher, out of any success coach, right? So it's like $5,000 to get a table at one of his events. But it's worth every penny. People go to his events and they come out, literally millionaires, right? So Tez is at Bob Proctor. Go figure. Tez goes chairman a couple months later. But Tez is at Bob Proctor. He's a Platinum 2000 at this time. And we're hanging out. We're having fun. And, we kind of clicked like immediately. It was like an instant click. But this is the question that Tez asked me. I want you guys to type it in the chat box. He said, what do you want? Type that in the chat box. What do you want? What do you want? And when he asked me this, y'all, I'm looking at him like kind of weird because I'm like, what kind of question is that? Because, he's like, are you single? Like, what's going on? So I kind of tell him, yeah, I'm single. It's a long story. I kind of gave him, honestly, it was crazy. I actually kind of told him what happened, because we're all in the Forex community together. So he asked me, after hanging out for some hours or some time, he asked me, like, what do you want? And I'm looking at him kind of weird, and he sees, like, yeah, like Bob Proctor asked us that. What do you want? So I want to ask you guys today, what do you want? Not what do other people want for you? Who can you be to other people? Not what you've been wanting. Not what you think you want. What do you want? And I realized I never had been asked that question before. Like, nobody has ever asked me, what do I want? And then I asked him, I said, what do I want, like, in relationships? What do I want in life? What do I want in business? He said, what do you want? And he just kept saying that. And I'm like, so I started repeating it back. Like, what do I want? I just kept saying it back. Like, what do I want? But that question transformed my life This is what he said next. He said, because when you find out what you want, like whatever, when I say, what do you want? And everything that comes after that, Taylor, I want you to know that everything that you think of after what do you want, you deserve that. You deserve that. When it comes down to life, a lot of us just get defaults. A lot of us just get what's happening because we don't know what we want. See, what I wanted was through the lens of what I felt everybody else wanted, what I wanted to be. Why was I going to marry somebody that was physically abusing me? Because everybody wants to get married. What girl doesn't think of that day? But did I deserve that? Was that a part of my destiny? Well, yeah, it's part of my destiny now, but that's not what I deserved. See, what do you want? What do you want? And let me tell you something. No matter what arena you're in, money is not enough. Type in the chat box, money is not enough. See, money is not enough for me to build a business. Money was not enough for me to keep going. And let me tell you why. When I decided to break off that relationship, I lost everything. Everything. I lost where I lived. I lost my car. I lost, the different parts of me that I lost, like emotionally, mentally, forget those. That was now that would have been enough. But I literally lost everything. I lost my business. I even lost where I went to the gym. I lost that. And then on top of that, I lost my confidence. I lost a lot of different things. Money is not enough to go into my destiny. Money was not enough to take me up out of that deep. I wasn't thinking about money at this time. I'm not thinking about 6 or 7 figures. So when you think of what do you want, money's not going to be enough. I'm telling you, it's not. I tell my leaders all the time, you're going to know what I'm committed to? I'm committed to, chairman, that's 6 or 7 figures. I'm not committed to that. I'm committed to Taylor, the person that she becomes in order to get to a level of chairman. That's who I'm committed to. You got to figure out, who are you at the next level? What do you talk like? What do you sound like? What do you feel like? Who do you talk to? How do you talk? What kind of meetings do you run? What kind of business do you have? That's going to be enough. If you go to my Instagram, hopefully y'all never look at my Instagram the same. When you go to my Instagram, even when I'm going through the dark, even when I'm going through the deep, I still kind of have this sense of, I'm pushing towards this person, right? Even today, at this point right now, I'm connected to a person. I'm connected to Taylor. Because guess what? I'm not completely healed. I just literally had a breakdown 2 days ago. Some days I wake up, most days, and it's actually been scaring me a lot. I'll call my mom all the time. I just texted her the other day. It was a week ago. Mom, I just don't feel okay. I just don't feel okay. You ever had a moment where you just don't feel okay? You don't even know what it is. You don't even know where it's coming from. You don't even know what triggered it. You don't know how to fix it. I just don't feel okay. Money's not enough for that. Not enough. Money's not going to make me feel okay in that moment. Money's not enough. 6 figures is not enough. When you waking up and you literally are sad. Have you ever woke up sad? How do you wake up sad? And I love sleep. So how do you wake up sad? Money's not enough. Money's not enough for that. It's not enough. And mind you, it makes me even so much more irritated or just angry. Have you ever just been angry at yourself? My dad asked me 2 weeks ago, dead serious, he asked me this. Taylor, are you upset at yourself? Not that are you upset at your ex, not that you're upset at life, not if you're upset, about where you are. Are you upset at yourself? Money's not enough. It's not enough for you not to be upset at yourself. It's not enough. So when you answer that question of what do you want, who do you want to be? The tagline of our company is, who do you want to become? I love it. It's crazy. Who do you want to become? When they unveiled our new company, like our new look, our new everything, I cried. And me and Tez actually went to a VIP dinner with Bob Proctor. And that's when they unveiled the whole new thing. It's crazy. Full circle moment, right? They unveiled the whole thing and they said, who do you want to become? Because look, the company gets it. It's not about how much money do you want to make. It's not about what rank do you want to hit. It's not about how much money is enough for you to feel like, you're doing something. It's not about that. It's who do you want to become? Because when you fill in that blank, not only is it everything that you deserve, but that is your destiny. So guess what? I will go through all of that again. All of it. It wasn't until like a couple of days ago where I actually started putting a word to what happened to me. I literally looked in the mirror. I told myself, I said, Taylor, you're traumatized. Taylor, it was abuse. This is the first time where I'm actually really even saying it on a platform of any kind. But I'm telling you guys this because this is the next level call. This is where I tell you the honest to God truth. This is where I tell you what you need to do in order to get to that next level. See, most people don't want to go through the deep. Most people, not only do they not want to go through the deep to get where they want to go, most people would rather stay in the deep. Most people would rather stay in the dark. I'm telling you this because when he was drowning for that moment, he reached up and he said, save me, Lord. Save me, Lord. And guess what? He was saved. You know what that says to me? Okay, God didn't say I wouldn't go through the dark. God didn't say I wouldn't go through the deep. Only thing God told me is that, Taylor, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. All God told me was that you have destiny. All God told me was that you do deserve somebody like Martez, actually. See, this is the thing. It trips me out. If I would have stayed in the deep, if I would have stayed in the dark, it's like when I tell y'all the timing of this, that's why I tell people, on my best day, I could not have put my life together. On my best day. I make the decision that I'm completely done with this person. Some time goes by, like maybe like a week or so. Martez comes to LA to go see Bob Proctor. We hang out, instantly click. And I tell you, everything from my life, from the what do you want, I'm talking about fell perfectly. Even down to the type of relationship I'm in now, trips me out. On the other side of that dark, on the other side of that deep, your destiny is what you deserve. It scares me. If I would have got married to that person, I would never even know that somebody like Martez exists. Somebody who don't raise their voice at me, somebody who doesn't cuss at me, somebody who respects me. And mind you, he didn't have to learn I didn't have to teach him how to do that. He treated me like this in the first 30 seconds of meeting him. But guess what? I had to step out of the deep. I had to step out of the dark. I had to step into my destiny to get something like that. But guess what? In order to deserve something like that, I had to go through the dark. I had to go through the deep. Because if I didn't go through what I did, I probably wouldn't appreciate that. And I probably wouldn't deserve that. So I'm like, dang, God, you're kind of funny. Now, why in the world would you give somebody to me like this immediately after a person that's like this? But now I'm kind of like mentally and emotionally like a ball of everything. Like, why? Like, you're funny. You're funny. But it's because it was pointing me to what I deserve. It was pointing me to my destiny. So some of y'all right now, you going through the deep. You going through the deep right now. Please don't give up. Please say, Lord, save me. Some of y'all going through the dark right now. And you tired. You want to give up. Look, been there. Still there to this day. I asked God, I said, God, it's so funny, y'all. I'm not joking with y'all. Y'all know I keep it real. I said, God, now, I planned on having this talk when I went chairman, okay? Like, look, I had this whole speech. I said, I want to have this talk when I go chairman. That's probably when I'll be ready to talk about it. So when the Lord like pressed upon me, so I don't do these next level calls all the time because I really want to give time to download, right? I really want to give my leaders something. Like I want to give it time to marinate. I don't want to just do it weekly and just trying to give you something just to give you something. So when God dropped this in my spirit, I'm like, you tripping. Don't nobody want to hear about your story when you're still going through it? People want to hear success stories, God. You know what he told me? He said, Taylor, I don't call the equipped. I equip the called. Over and over again, God chooses people who don't have it all together. Over and over again, he chooses people that still need him. And then what else he told me? He said, Taylor, I didn't choose you when you went into what you deserved in your destiny. I chose you in the dark. That's when I chose you. See, my brother, C50, when he went platinum 2000, he shared on the call that he got evicted. Not because he couldn't pay his bills or anything, but he had to move out of his apartment, right? And he told us that, and I was on the phone with him before he did the call. So when he said it on the call, I was like, oh, shoot. Like, did you say that? Oh, my God. He's still going through it. And God told me, like, because he brought law to my mind. Because I'm like, this supposed to be my chairman talk. Lord, I just broke down the other day. You want me to talk to them about what am I going to tell them? What am I going to give them? You crazy. You tripping. Felt like Moses. Like, but Lord, what will I say? Literally, what will I say? And what he said was that, no, people don't need to hear from I've been through that. I've been there. Your leaders need to hear, hey, I'm here. I'm still going through this. And I already see the light. Hey, I'm here. I'm still going through this. I'm going through this with you. Right? Like, I'm rocking with you. There's something powerful about a leader. And not to say that it's powerful the other way, but it's also powerful as a leader to say, I'm still in the trenches with you. I know y'all see me on these beginner calls. Y'all see me in person, or you've been following me on Instagram, you would have never known. But I wanted to have this call today to be transparent and to, if you ever put me at a level above, I wanted to bring myself down to this level with you. Because guess what? I was dead set on marrying that person. It was God. It was by the grace of God that he shocked me that day. I was dead set on marrying that person. You know what that means? I was dead set on staying in the deep. I was committed to the deep. I was committed to the dark. I had accepted that I'm just going to continue to be in the deep and I'm going to continue to be in the dark because this must be what I deserved. And God physically did something, physically woke me up. I'm laying in the grass in the front yard, and I'm not laying there just to lay there. I was thrown out there. I'm laying on the grass, and I'm thinking to myself, Taylor, do you have to die before you realize? Before you realize. And I'm laying on the grass, looking at the sky, saying to myself, there has got to be more than this. I'm laying in the grass. My clothes are also in the grass too, by the way. But I'm laying in the grass, Taylor, you could have hit your head and died right now. I'm looking at concrete. I'm looking at stones. And you know, that's how I said, Lord, save me. Little did I know, he was already saving me. Last thing, and then we're going to hop off. If I didn't do it scared, because I was scared, guess what? My mom's on this call. She can vouch for this. The entire time, my parents did not know. I'm laying on the grass. After I'm thinking this, I'm like, I got to tell my parents. I have to tell my parents that I've been getting physically abused for about 3 years. And when they asked me about it, I lied to them. So I have to go and tell them that. I also have to go and tell them that basically I'm about to lose everything because this person has everything. They have where I stay, they have my car, my business. I'm scared. And I'm a full-time entrepreneur at this time. So everything I had built, I felt was slipping through my hands. Slipping fast. This all happened in the span of like an hour. So that's really fast to lose everything. So when I tell people, when I came into this opportunity, I needed it. Oh, I needed it like yesterday. So I'm uneasy. I'm scared. I'm afraid. But I'm telling myself there has to be more. I'm telling myself there has to be something else. Oh, and my deep didn't stop there. My deep did not stop when I decided to leave. My deep kept going. I had to cancel a wedding 30 days before it was about to happen. I'm hearing all kind of stuff. And guess what? I didn't tell anybody about this person because they also lived a very public life. I didn't want people to think a certain way about him. But it was the truth. So guess what? People are like, what's going on? Taylor is tripping. She going through some type of... Now, mind you, then Tess pops in the picture. Oh, she's a hoe. You know? So it just goes crazy. Crazy. My deep got deeper. And I'm like, oh my God. Now, mind you, I hadn't said a word. This is the first time. This was like 4 months ago now. And I'm hearing all the things. I'm seeing all the things. I'm canceling stuff. People are reaching out to me. I'm getting phone calls every single day. And in the midst of that, it's crazy. In the midst of that, I start Forex with Retire Rich. And I do something that what took me 7 months to do, I did in 3 here. And I'm telling you this because I'm still going through my deep, right? I'm more so towards the end of my deep though. I'm in my deep, y'all. But guess what? When I start Forex, this is literally 2 weeks after all, like everything happens. You could do that. You could allow the Lord to save you in your deep. Your deep is purposeful. Your deep is connected to your destiny. The dark is connected to your destiny. We built an entire business in my deep. We impacted people in my deep. I'm still posting the same exact way I always been posting in my deep. Because you have to make up in your mind that I didn't go through all this for nothing. I refuse to go through the deep. I refuse to go through the dark and let this just be it. I refuse to do that. Why would I go through all of this to not have amazing purpose? Why would I go through all of this to not do something that nobody has ever seen in my family? Why would I go through all of this to stop now? Why would I go through all of this? Why would I do that? Why would he do that? That's just messy. God ain't even messy like that. There has to be a reason. There has to be a purpose. Guess what? I didn't do this call because I want y'all to feel bad for me. I didn't do this call because I want y'all to, oh, now I see Taylor, she going through a lot right now. I'm not going to call her no more. No, I'm going through this. I'm doing this on this call. I'm not a victim of anything. I'm not a victim. You don't need to feel bad for me. You don't need to feel sorry for me. I'm not a victim. You're not a victim. I don't feel bad for you. I don't feel sorry for you. Because if God is taking you through the dark, if he's taking you through the deep, you better get to what you deserve. You better get to your destiny. I don't feel bad for you, and don't feel bad for me. On the other side of that, on the other side of an abusive relationship, of depression, eating disorders, anxiety attacks, failing, financial problems, on the other side of that is everything that I want. You don't need to feel bad for me. Because all that happened, and then I said, Tez asked me, what do you want? You don't need to feel bad for me. Don't feel bad for yourself. I don't feel bad for you. I don't care what you're telling me right now. I don't feel bad for you. Because on the other side of everything that you just went through, on the other side of your dark, on the other side of your deep, what do you want? What do you want? Because that's where your desire and your destiny kicks in. Oh, I love it. I love it. So, 9:06, y'all know I'm a stickler for time, okay? Go into the dark. Go into the deep. If you in your dark and you in your deep, there's a purpose for that. There's a reason for that. You need to help somebody through that. God never push you through something just to help yourself. I promise you that. God doesn't put you through things just for you. God don't ever do anything and think about one person. God never does anything and thinks about one person. So if God allowed me to go through that deep, if God allowed me to go through that dark, if God allowed me to have that experience, it was not just for me. I told you guys I never had posted about anything, but you know that people started to message me. I kid you not. People started to message me like 2 weeks later, telling me about relationships that they were in, telling me that they had just broke up with their boyfriend and everything. And I'm thinking to myself, I haven't said anything. I just deleted the pictures. But it began to show me that, Taylor, your life is not just yours. It's not your own, and it's not just for you. That's why I don't understand when people get to pinnacles of success, or they're trying to do something different, where they don't want to impact other people. They don't want to talk to other people about it. You're selfish. And you know who told me I was selfish? Tez. Because I said, Tez, God gave me this crazy idea. He want me to talk on the next level call about this. What you think about that? He said, if you don't want to do that, you're selfish. He's like, I understand you healing. I understand, you need to process. But Taylor, it happened. And I know you don't think it happened just so you could just stay where you are. So go through your dark. Go through your deep. Impact somebody else. What do you want? I want you to find that out today. And it don't take forever. It took me about 2 days to really get a strong answer on what do I want. But know that after what do you want, everything that comes after that is everything that you deserve. Everything that comes after that is your destiny. And once you start pushing through that, because I'm not there yet. Y'all saw that on this call today. I'm not there yet. I'm still pushing towards it. I'm still moving towards it. But guess what? I know that I'm not going to experience this dark forever. I know I'm not going to experience this deep forever. And you don't have to either. I love that I actually get to talk to y'all from the space of I'm still in my dark, from the space of I'm still in my deep. Because I can tell y'all, keep doing it. Keep going. You are moving to your destiny. You are moving to everything that you deserve. Do it scared. Do it afraid. I don't care if you have to lose everything you got. I don't care if you have to lose everything you got. Do it. I'll lose all that stuff again. And guess what? When I lost all that stuff, I got bigger and better. I live with my sister now, who I love so much. I haven't been in the same house with her in years. It's like a dream. I'm in a relationship where I don't have to worry about, is this person gonna hurt me today? I'm building a whole new business with my friends, with my family, with people who are becoming my friends and my family. Everything that I was afraid of, oh my God, false. Everything that you're afraid of is not real. Everything that you're afraid of is not real. I'm like, I'm not gonna have no place to stay. I'm not gonna have no car. I'm not gonna have no business. Lies. 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 You did it once, you could do it again. You did it once, God could give you bigger and better in your dark, in your deep. Okay? So, man, it's 9:10. I'm really about to hop off. It's 911. But thank y'all for getting on this call. If you got something out of this call, put some emojis in the chat box. I really want to thank you guys for, listening to the Next Level Call. I hope you have a blessed Saturday. I hope you have an amazing Saturday. Man, keep going. Go through your dark, go through your deep so you can get to what you deserve, so you can get to your destiny. Okay? So y'all have a great rest of this Saturday. Love y'all so much. And I'll be talking to y'all later. Bye.